So it appears Marvel Video Games, aka Marvel Games, could be working on a multi-platform video game outside of the Marvel Avengers video game that is coming out in September. We are very close to the release of that. There has been a brief teaser a couple of months ago about a Daredevil and/or Wolverine game, but I'm likely to incline, or think at least, that it could be a Daredevil game based on comments from someone very high up at Marvel Games themselves, which is very, very interesting. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving away something very, very interesting. So make sure to subscribe with notifications on. So someone working at IGN called Jonathan Dubrush or something like that tweeted something very interesting. What is your dream superhero game? Which developer would you want to make it? So Troy Barker responded, at Bill Roseman, cough cough. Now, if you don't know who that is, then you don't follow Marvel. So he is the VP and head of creative at Marvel Games, 22 years at Marvel, maker of video games. He's been behind a lot of video games. But what is interesting is the response of what he said. You, sir, are clearly a man without fear. Daredevil, the man without fear, was a comic run in '93, so it could be indicating that. So the internet has gone into some kind of frenzy thinking that Daredevil is going to appear in Hell's Kitchen, obviously, but they actually think he's going to appear in the Spider-Man game or the Marvel Avengers video game, and some people think we're going to get a standalone game in the Marvel gaming universe in 2021, which is very interesting. So there was a blot leak or fake leak or some kind of leak a month ago that said the following. Sources inside have known online for years, gave me information on Spider-Man PS4 and the Square Enix Avengers game. I won't be sharing that just yet. Think he either works at Marvel Gaming or has very close connections. Anyway, Marvel is currently working on Daredevil's single-player narrative-focused game set to release on next-gen consoles in late 2021 or 2022. Current target platforms are PC, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and definitely not Switch, which is very weird. Game will be open-world, modern-day Chicago to offer you a very dark, noir-style detective game, all focused on mellow combat apparently similar to Arkham and Mad Max, but with some extra cooldown based abilities that are very customization through a skill tree, which is the basic way to kind of level up, which is interesting. And it goes on to say there are some echo type modes to activate similar to Batman Arkham Detective mode that during combat will allow for slow motion, and while roaming offers highlight, hints, clues relating to your mission or open world side missions. I couldn't get too many details on the story, but the villain is apparently going to be an older yet new to the game Bullseye, who is also the villain of the latest season of Daredevil. Meanwhile, it seems Daredevil has been at this for quite some time now, and the map size will be comparable roughly to the same size of a whopping 65mm to take advantage of the next gen SSD and other hardware capability. It seems, however, the free roaming is only available at night. Barely any missions would take place in day. Similar to Spider-Man PS4, depending on where you are in the storyline, the open world is set on weather and time of effect, which is interesting. And it went on to say, early development has begun on Marvel's Wolverine title, but unlikely Marvel Daredevil, it will not be an open world game and will instead be more of a God of War PS4-esque. Won't expect it for the next 2-3 years, so that could be absolute fabricated story. But it is interesting how this information came out a month ago, and now we have Troy Barker, who was teasing a Daredevil-esque game, which is very interesting. But like I said, guys, it could literally just be that Daredevil is going to be DLC content in the Marvel Avengers game that was which was called Marvel Avengers, which was actually called the Avengers Project. So I'm not going to say it could be that. We know we have the Iron Man VR game coming out in July, so it could have some correlation to that. We know that in November, Marvel will get the movie rights and TV rights specifically back for Daredevil. So Matt Murdock himself could actually appear in Spider-Man 3 if they start shooting after November. So it is going to be very interesting. So I'm not going to say this is confirming a Daredevil game, but fans would absolutely love a Spider-Man type game just in the style of Daredevil. Daredevil is pretty similar to Batman and everyone else, Moon Knight, etc., but he is absolute savage. He's more savagery. Think of like Marvel Knights kind of type of game, I guess you could say. There's so much they could do with this. No, I'm not going to say it's confirmed, but I think there is some very good indications there that we could be getting a Daredevil game, which we are in the era of not superhero movies, they're dead. No, not really dead, but we are in the era of superhero video games. Injustice 2 did very well. Batman Arkham, we're just about to get the next Batman Arkham, which everyone is waiting for WMO Montreal to say is something. And we know Marvel Avengers is coming out in the next few months. So maybe it could be any of that. Maybe I could just be dreaming. Maybe there's no Daredevil game, but there's definitely some hints. So like always, guys, really like, subscribe, and comment. And I will catch you in another video. But first, let me know, if you don't want the Daredevil game, which superhero game would you want? It's very interesting. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I will get you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.